ICT silver bullet. Now this has been lingering around the entire YouTube web for quite some time now, and I decided to do a video on it. Well, mainly a modified video on the ICT silver bullet. Little do you guys know, I actually have studied ICT for quite some time, and yes, to be real with you, ICT had even opened up my eyes in my journey, trading journey. And since I actually studied about the smart money whole concept, understanding equilibrium, understanding fair value gaps, understanding supply demand, understanding the true value, a lot of the different things that he does teach in his YouTube channel, I was able to really, let's say, dumb it down to something I can understand, and something that I do in my courses now, and something I teach more about how I actually go about that same terminology but switched into my own style of trade. And that's actually what I'm gonna be doing in this video, so definitely make sure you stick through, because this is a simple video. I know there's a lot of videos he create that will be very long, and literally majority of the videos he will just kind of do a rant, but really the actual facts that you want is probably like 10 minutes long. So that being said, I decided to do a very simple video on this strategy. So we're going to actually look at one of my favorite pairs, which is oil. Now with this strategy, it requires you to actually trade in the New York session. So if you like the New York session, this would be perfect. Now how I actually go about this is very simple. So the actual green box is the New York session, trading oil. Now what we do is we analyze this on a 5 minute. So on a 5 minute time frame, what we're doing is we're counting the candles to see what direction it wants to go for this session. Very simple. We count anywhere from 10 to 15 candles, and then while you count these candles, you have to identify where the most recent structure was at beforehand. So what I mean by that is, during New York session, there will always be some type of structure before the 10 or 15 minute candles had created. So in this instance, we actually have two. The first one would be during New London session, which is here, but also the second would be during New York session, the beginning of New York session here. So what we're going to do is first count these candles. So we're going to count starting from New York session 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Within that 10 candles, we already see structured form. What do I mean? So if you notice right here, this is what we call either most recent low, most recent high, but it is structured. So the moment you spot candle breakout within the 10 to 15 minute candle, that is where you can predict ideally where the market will be going for that session. Now we see that market decided to break through the actual market structure. So typically now what happens is we can start predicting market to head up. But before we get into trade, we then wait on a pullback. And this is where the ICT silver bullet also comes in play as well. Also along with ICT other teaching that he does on his YouTube channel, stuff like that. But we have what we call a potential uprise, right? So after that breakout occurred, which is this move right here, this is the 10th candle over here, we then now sit and wait on a pullback. Now, based off what I had created off of my actual trading plan and system and everything, typically in oil, you should be looking for that entry anywhere around 9 a.m. Eastern time, going all the way up to roughly about 9:45 Eastern time. Now, typically, if you don't see a setup during that time, or you don't see your entry point, it is fine. You can still get in if it comes around 10 o'clock or so forth. But majority of the trades actually occur around that time. So that being said, if you look closely right here, we got our pullback right in this candle, which is this POI level is what I call it here. Now, the candles that we're looking for are engulfing candles, wick rejections, and all that stuff. Now, typically, what happens is once price decide to create that, what I like to call that PA momentum candle, that is when we decide to get in the trade. Now, how we look for our TPs is very quite simple. We actually like to take it to 1-on-1s, 1-to-2s. However, the ultimate overall would be a 1-to-2 trade. Very simple. But the most important thing about this is you must identify the most recent high before you actually decide to get in the trade. So if you were to enter right here, long position right here, that 1-on-1 trade must at least be identical to that high. So if you're entering here and your most recent high is right here and you can't get a 1-on-1 off that trade, then that is not a trade to take, right? So you want to make sure you understand the direction of the actual structure, or understand the direction of the session. Second, once you identify that, you then want to wait anywhere from 9 going all the way up to 9:45 a.m. Eastern time for your actual candle to occur for you to get in a trade. And then final, you need to make sure that at least the 1-to-1 comes to the most recent high. But like I said, you can always go reach for 1 or 2. That is the overall goal. However, like I said, the 1-to-1s is really where you want to cap it at, to the point where you will either move your stops to break even, or you can simply go ahead and take the trade further if you want to, or just get out the entire trade. It doesn't really matter. But at the end of the day, that is pretty much how that works. Now, that being said, guys, like I said, I studied a lot of ICT videos, and like I said, thanks to his videos, it really opened up my eyes and it really created a lot for me. But if you guys really want more in detail, just so you can avoid all of the ruckus that's in the YouTube videos, you can definitely go ahead and tap into our community. That's where we get more direct with a lot of our actual concepts and a lot of different strategies and a lot of different ways to look into the market. And no, I'm not here to actually say, oh yeah, this is something I want to sell you. I know we all here in crunch for time. So if you guys really just want to get straight to the point and you really want to master that, definitely make sure you check out the community, the courses in our VIP section. We get more into details with this and everything like that. But other than that, guys, if you haven't already, check out the links, Offspring FX and Thunder Pro, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Your boy Solo. I'm out. Peace.